Close the door. Stop.
Come in.
Hello, sir. Nice to meet you. Aurelio Barrios with ITEC 451.
Good to meet you.
What's your name?
Casey.
Casey. How are you doing, Casey?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. How's your day? Last week I talked to Alejandro and we talked about repainting all the public schools. He said you guys had 16 public schools. Was he able to say?
16.
Yeah, he said 16. Was he lying?
I don't know if he was lying or not, but he was wrong. We have 19.
19, all right.
Yes.
Was he able to tell you anything about our company?
He mentioned briefly that you're going to be stopping by. He didn't say much.
All right, well, we're at ITEC 451 here in Kearney. We've been around for like 10 years. I've been with the company 5 years. I was previously with them in Lincoln, then moved here to Kearney. And I'm with the paint line, so supply interior, exterior paints, and as well as floor coverings. So when I talked with Alejandro last week, he said he wanted to repaint that you guys repaint the interiors of the schools every summer. And so I just brought you a value proposition, and he also mentioned he wanted to see some reviews. So I had some reviews for you from other works that we had done with Lexington Regional Hospital, MPT Realty here in Kearney, and Lexington Public Schools.
Okay. We'll review those when you're done here.
All right, so the main problem I got from Alejandro was the budget. He said you guys want to be under budget just because you guys have been getting problems with that. So I did some.
We have to be under budget. Just think about it. Where do you think our funding comes from?
Taxes.
Yeah.
Public taxes.
Yeah, we need to be responsible with people's taxes, right?
Yes, sir. So I saw your budget for the operations of the plant and maintenance on the website, and your budget was 5 million for this year on that. So, and then for paint purposes, from the 16 schools that Alejandro told me about, I did some research, and you guys were at 1,100,000 square footage. And a gallon of paint covers around 350 square feet. So you guys would need around 3,140 gallons of paint. And me selling it to you at $45 per gallon would be 140K. Plus supplies that you guys needed, you guys don't need, but you guys don't have your own. It would come out to be around 150K per year for paint. So what my value proposition was to offer you guys Scuffix. It's a paint that you guys won't be having to repaint every year. As you can see here, it protects against scuff marks, and these are some of the competitors. So instead of painting every year, you'd have to wait 5 years to do repainting.
5 years?
Yeah. Instead of wasting 150K each year, you'd be saving 750,000 over that time span.
How familiar are you with the product?
Pretty familiar. Do you have any concerns with it?
Have you used it?
Yes. You check one of the reviews. They actually talked about it in the review.
One of these reviews?
Yeah, one of the ones that I handed you.
I must be missing it. It talks about that particular paint. I don't see it.
Or yeah, we used to at the Lexington Public Schools. So you know the kids are always going against the wall, scuffing it.
Okay.
And so as you can see here, it barely scuffs the wall, and then it's after washing it, it's pretty washable.
So is it more expensive than regular paint?
Yes,
So
sir.
take that into account?
Yes.
Okay, so the overall investment for 1 year would be what?
So I had it written out here. So on average, you'd be paying for 150K for paint and supplies. So over a 5-year period, you'd be saving 750,000 for not having to pay each year.
Yeah, so what I'm asking is that 150K, is this paint more expensive than the paint that you used for the 150K?
No.
Or is that the same
No,
paint?
the same paint, the same paint.
Okay. Okay. So How much of this paint do you stock?
Stock, so Alejandro talked to me about that too. He had concerns with paint. So we can stock as much as you want. Right now at the warehouse, we have 2 pallets, which is 80 gallons per pallet. So we have 160 gallons, and we have more at our manufacturing hubs, and our lead times there are 2 days to get it to us.
2 days in this pandemic?
Yes, sir.
Really?
Yeah. So I know like Sherwin-Williams, one of our competitors, they have had problems with getting their stock in, but we've been pretty plentiful on that.
So you stock 2 pallets, which is 160 gallons. What's your daily usage? How much do you sell of this stuff on a daily basis?
It just depends on like how much the contractors want to get. So let's say we get a truck on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So depending on the usage, I'll order in a pallet or 2 pallets. So like Lexington Public Schools, they would get a pallet, and I'd keep a pallet for emergency stock at the warehouse. And then when they call me and tell me they're gonna pick up the other pallet, the emergency one, I'd order in 2 more just to keep them in stock.
And what happens where's this stuff made?
In Texas.
In Texas.
Yes, sir.
So what happens when Texas freezes?
I'm not sure we had problems with their pipes bursting, so they couldn't make the paint.
Sure.
We didn't have any problems.
You didn't have any problems?
No.
On the same power grid as Sherwin-Williams, and
Yeah, our maintenance guys did a pretty good job there.
did they?
Yeah.
Okay. So what made you seek out Alejandro?
Just the business opportunity, having 16 schools, as he said, but you said you guys have 19 schools, so this is a big business opportunity for us to be able to come and support you guys, help you get under budget. As I showed you in math, we think we could help you get under that budget for not repainting every summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But does Sherwin-Williams offer a competitive paint like this that we could have for a 5-year time span?
Yeah, but it's not going to work as well as you can see here in the pictures. Compared to ours, it's going to scuff more and it's not going to be as washable.
Well, who took the pictures? How do I know you didn't just scuff up the wall and then take a picture?
You can look at them online.
I mean, it's easy, right? I mean, we do this all the
I
time.
get your point.
So what would be the possibility of painting 1 school in this stuff at no charge?
Possibility. I don't know about the whole school, but I mean, we could try like a room and see how you like it.
Well, then that room doesn't match the rest of the school.
That's true. I guess it would depend on if the product works how it's shown here in the pictures, and you see no scuff marks or very little to none, and it's easy to wash. How is that going to determine if you buy from us for the rest of the other schools?
How is that going to determine if I know it's quality,
Yeah,
and I know it outperforms the competitive product, and I know that you're a better supplier than the competitor,
Mhm.
which is still not quite determined yet,
Yeah.
but let's pretend all those things are true. 1 free school, and you're getting 19 schools every 5 years.
Yeah, I think we could work something out where for the smallest school, we let you guys have 160 gallons to start off with, see how you're liking it, see how it's working against scuffs, and then if you like it, we could work out a contract for the rest of the other schools.
You want a written contract.
We're just contract stating the delivery terms, payment terms, how much you're gonna buy each gallon for, how much stock you want me to keep of it.
How long can you hold the pricing? So let's pretend that we settle on, I think you said $40 a gallon, $45 a gallon. Let's pretend that you run into some supply chain issues or your costs goes up significantly. How do you pass that through to me? Or do you pass that through to me?
So you're saying like if we don't have the ScuffX paint no more?
No, I'm saying that like the ScuffX paint triples in price, like we've seen lumber do, or like we've seen steel do.
So I don't know if it's realistic to paint all the schools, 19 schools in the summer. It just seems like a lot of work, but
I got a lot of people.
you got a lot of people.
Yeah, and they got strong backs.
Well, let's just say Alejandro said something else. He said you guys did not have too many people, but
Alejandro can talk all he wants. I'm the one you're talking to right now.
that's true. That's true. So we could lock in prices for, let's say this summer that's coming up. We'll lock them in, make sure that even if the price of ScuffX goes up, we'll keep you in at $45. But in 5 years, you know, paint is going to go up. So we could work in 5 years for another contract.
So we have to renew the contract every 5 years.
Yes.
So are we talking about anything other than paint here today?
Well, I was talking about 100. Paint was the main concern, but did you have any other?
Well, obviously, I mean, we're running schools. We have
Yes.
19 buildings that we have to keep in good repair.
Mhm.
Do you have other products than just paint? Or is paint the only thing that you carry?
I guess what are some like the problems you've been having at the schools that you need to repair?
Well, think about the regular maintenance of any building, right? So, you know, parking lot cracks and, you know, sidewalk cracks or anything, and just anything with regard to maintenance of a building.
Well, yeah, for parking lots, we have just regular spray paint cans for like the lines. You guys need to redo the lines. It's like $12 for a spray can.
Mhm.
So that's what we do offer. And then we do have floor coverings for like epoxies for concrete. So just so the concrete doesn't get stained as much, and it's also washable. When I was in Lincoln, we actually sold some of that product. It's called Armor Seal to an apartment complex where they were having problems with the concrete. So the tenants would take out the trash and be dripping and be staining the concrete. So we offered them that solution, and it uniformed the concrete and it made it easier to wash off those stains.
Does it work with old concrete? Or do you have
Yeah.
to?
I have pictures if you want me to show you.
Sure.
Just pull them up. Here's some of the stains in that apartment complex. So you see how that's all stained. So that's how the whole apartment complex was
Mhm.
as we were looking at it. So after I wasn't able to take pictures of the after pictures, but I was able to uniform the concrete all in one cover. And there's
You did the installation yourself?
no, the maintenance person at the apartment complex did. We just delivered the product.
Okay. Does the process involve etching the concrete first and then cleaning it and then?
No, it's just cleaning it, and then you apply it with basically a brush, a roll brush.
Okay. Review some of Alejandro's notes.
All right.
So why you?
Right.
Why you?
Right.
Yeah.
I think after seeing the reviews from 3 major companies and seeing the pictures of how our product works, and then me offering you to do a whole school for free, I think I should give you the confidence that my product is what it is, and it's quality paint that you won't have to be repainting each summer. And that's, I showed you with the numbers, you're gonna be saving $750,000. So that will certainly help with the budget.
But you personally,
Personally,
why you?
uh,
Why do I want to invest in doing business with you? I don't do business with companies. I do business with people.
Again, as you can see in the reviews, it's they're talking about me as the outside sales rep, fixing their problems, offering them the right solutions. Just like in the apartment complex in Lincoln, I offered them the Armor Seal for their concrete, and it worked out great for them.
So you're the solutions expert?
Yes, sir. And also you saw that I went through the time to take the research for all the schools and all the numbers. So I think I don't think Sherwin-Williams has a guy that could do that.
Yeah,
But they
we haven't asked them.
but they won't.
How do you know?
Have they offered you a solution like that? Where they showed you the numbers?
I'd have to ask Alejandro, but the fact is, I mean, it's a little bit concerning hearing you, keep referencing my current supplier as incapable of supplying me with what I need.
So you're getting paint from Sherwin right now,
Yeah,
and they haven't had any supply issues?
we don't need to go into that. What my point is that our conversation is about how you bring value to me, not how you're better than somebody else. And so it's slightly concerning that you want to keep bringing Sherwin-Williams into the conversation as saying, like, I'm better than them. This is where they fall down, without knowing those facts.
Yeah, I get you. But I think going back to that free school painting, I think that's showing you that the value that I bring, that I'm being truthful with my product and not lying about it by offering you to paint the whole school for free.
You didn't offer it, I asked for it.
That's true. Well, I'm offering this to you now.
You're offering it to me now. Okay. It wasn't in your value proposition, so I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to leave with me?
Did you have any other questions for me?
No.
Would you be able to do another meeting with me, just talk more about maybe going forward with this proposition?
I'll review with Alejandro and we'll weigh our options and then we'll be in touch.
All right. So would next week work? Or you just want to shoot me an email?
Yeah, we'll contact you once we've had a chance to review.
All right. Here's my business card. And
Thank you.
look forward to seeing you next week.
Okay.
Nice to meet you, Casey.
You too.